So for 30 days, we're focusing together as a team, as an organization. I don't care where you are, what your organization is. This is the team. No one's going to be left behind. That's our mantra. That's our mantra. That's what we feel. That's the organizational. Matter of fact, my team in Trinidad and Tobago with Dwayne, Mark, Anthony, and incredible leadership team we got up there. They just broke several directors with Denise Canterbury going executive director. Now, all the things that I'm giving to you, if these people are able to break 4, 5, 6 directors a week in a country where the average income is like $1,000 for the month, $20 US for the day, if the average income is that and they're able to break executive directors and directors, and these people are putting themselves in a position where they're not just saying, no, I'm only worth $1,000 for the month US. No, I'm worth more than that, and I'm going to put my activities on the books to make it happen. You know what they do? They follow the same things I'm covering with you right now. They follow and they focus on these things. They map out their project volume, because if you say I'm going to do 10,000 in volume, the question is, how am I going to get that 10,000 in volume? All right. So what you got to do is you're going to have to map that project volume out by looking at the people that you have, looking at all the ones that you're going to work with. Say to yourself, I got 5 different people I'm working with, and out of the 5 people, I can help this person get 500 in volume. I can get that person get 1,000 in volume. I can help this person get 2,500 in volume. And you take into consideration a couple of things, like where they are in their life, how serious they have been already, the fact that you spoke with them and they said they want to be a part of this 30-day blitz and this 30-day launch, and you talk to them about the fact that in July we're going to be having a major event and we're looking for people who want to walk the stage for $20,000 extra, $50,000, $100,000. Or whatever, part-time. See, I already know, even though I've been involved in the company right around 5 months, going to 6 months now, I've made right at $50,000 of income, in the short period of time that I've been involved with the company. Not quite 50, but almost 50,000. So I already know in my mindset, there's no way I'm going to get to this event. I'm not waiting to the end of the year to get to 6 figures. I'm looking for a 6-figure ring by this event in July. And I'm saying it's not because of me. It's not because of the fact that, I'm going to be walking the stage and look at me, chasing out the first. That's not the whole process is to show people it's possible. You got to get yourself in a state that, I'm going to, people listen to me, guys. Write this down. People need dramatic examples to shake them out of apathy. And you must say to yourself that you're going to be that example. You're going to be that person of change to help shake it up, to shake your organization up. Some of us, not just you but myself, we have to break a pin level, all of us, just because there's people on your team that don't believe. And when you break a pin level, that brings up their belief. So you have to do it in that process. And we'll be working with your leaders and you to help you understand how to map it out even more. Now, the next thing you're going to map out on your calendar is this, your life through the month. So this is how you map it out. Put this down. Faith, family, finances. Whatever it is that you go to church, you go to Bible study, whatever you do, put that on the calendar, that's to the side. Your family, your soccer mom, soccer dad, like Walter Smith IV, when he's the hardest. He looked like the hardest man, the hardest working in showbiz. But when he's around his daughter, he got his daughter all the powder puffs and cotton swabs and baby oil comes out and stuff, and he goes from being a hard rock, business person to all of a sudden now listen. What you got going on, sir? This is daddy daughter day. I gotta do this. So whatever that, if you got that time, all right, great. Put that time to the side. Faith, family. And then when you have your finances outside of your job time, when you put it on the calendar that these are the hours that you have available, listen, Team Legacy. I have 2 Team Legacies. One Team Legacy is part of New Global. Another Team Legacy is part of that Robin and Sonia is adopted to our organization and what we're working with. All of you go on this line, I'm directly working with all the leaders that you guys have to bring 20-plus, 25-plus years of experience in networking, direct sales, regular business, all these other things, hundreds of thousands of dollars, hundreds of pounds, hundreds of thousands of dollars income earned, millions of dollars in earned and generated from companies that I've been able to work through. All of the experience that I've been able to have to muster up to get started with this company with zero, get started broke, get started and start finding brand new people who never made money, now breaking directors, people who never made money. I'm going to give you exactly what I'm doing to help myself have success for my family and the organization that I'm surrounded with. So when I give it to you, I've already taken into consideration everything about your life. Trust me. Everything about your life is going to be fitted in about what I'm giving. So there's nothing about, well, you got to understand, Mr. Scott, I'm busy here, or I'm a doctor, or I'm a lawyer, or I got 5 children, I got this. Listen, I got 9 kids, I got 6 grandkids, I got all the stuff that people got. I've been in foreclosure, I've been in bankruptcy, I've been shot in the back with a 45 caliber gun that came out through my stomach, so I got to start a ride down my middle section where somebody tried to murder me in 2000. I got all the things that people got, all the hardships, all the mother passed from cancer, all the things that people say. Got kids right now that disobedient, kids that don't listen, kids that's suffering from some substance abuse. Daughter who just was in a massive car accident just a couple of days ago, about a week or 2 ago or so, where they totaled the vehicle and now I'm traveling. So listen, like everyone else, I got 1,000 things going on, but still we rise. Still we rise in this process. So what I'm giving to you is already understanding every aspect of where you are, where you come from, whether you come from a project like I do, or whether you already made $10, $20, $30, $50,000 of income in a month like I have. It doesn't really matter. I've been there, done that. Let's get this ball rocking and rolling. You guys got me? All right. So you want to map your life out for your month, faith, family, finances. Now, at the bottom of the calendar, you're going to be able to put down all your obstacles. Now, let me say this. You want to do 3 to 5 obstacles, all right, that you know for a fact. So once you put the obstacles on the calendar, and then you draw through the obstacles with your solutions, because what happens is we know we have certain things and obstacles, but we don't either we know they're there. Like myself, one of my biggest obstacles is I'm like unorganized. I can be all over the place. So part of my organization is I have to keep my calendar. So part of my organization, even though it may seem something simple to some people, I write that on my calendar. Obstacles, unorganized, and I cross it out and I put stay focused on my calendar. Stay connected to my NRG to help me with my mental clarity. All right, to help me to get through that ADD thing that I got going on. All right. Sometimes also when it has obstacles with income. You know what I'm saying? When I first got started, that's one of the things, and still, even though I'm a regional director, I've been able to do as much as $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a week of income. You know what I'm saying? So even as a regional, and my income is like $3,000 for the week, I'm still not where I need to be at. Now, for somebody else, $3,000 for the week, they'll be clicking their heels and like, yeah, oh, Nelly. You guys know I'm on the train, right? I'm on the train trying not to, because you guys know if you hear me at this monotone level, it's because I'm trying to be easy in my booth over here. But you guys are about to jack me out of. Listen, I don't care, Mr. Conductor. You can look back over here. I'm talking to the world right now. We're about to change right now. I'm sorry, guys. Let me get back to this. See, that's the ADB kicking in. Now, the thing, guys, is once you make sure that you map out your obstacles 3 to 5, and you figure out a solution, and you cross it out. All right? And I want you to put that in there. Your weekly meetings, guys, also, you put that in your calendar. Make sure you got your weekly. If you got a weekly event, put it in your calendar. If you got events going on in your area, put it in your calendar. If something's coming up 2 or 3 hours away from you, and you know you need to be there for training, put it in your calendar. Just put it on the calendar. Don't never say, I don't got to see what happens at the last second when that comes, if I can make it. No. You put in your calendar and you say, yes, I'm going to get there. When you start to say yes, the universe goes to work to conspire in your favor. And you start to find reasons. I don't know if I can make it. I don't know if it's going to be a good idea. I got to see if I'm going to be able to do it. It just depends. Nothing else comes up. These things that become excuses in our mind really holds us back from having success because they're self-imposed limitations. Because if I told you at the end of every sentence that you tell me the reason why you can't come, and you said, well, I couldn't come because of this, I got to see, I was waiting because of this, and this was coming up, and I said, oh, there's no problem. The reason why I wanted you to be there is because, I actually just got this inheritance, of $100 million. But in order for me to get the $100 million, I got to actually give away, at least $10 million of it. So I was going to give it away to 10 people who showed up for me today, and I was going to give $1 million to each person who showed up. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Sonia. You don't come, I'll go ahead and call it select. I promise you, be like, all of a sudden when the person's like, oh, I can make it, something came up, I got the children, I got this over there, I got the family, I got my kids. You know how it is, bro. I got to take my time off. My family is everything. I promise you, as soon as I say, oh, don't worry about it, I'll call somebody else and give them that million. All of a sudden, you start tapping your pockets like you lost something, tapping your shoulders, your chest like you got something, like you got a wallet in your jacket. Hold a second, let me see something. Getting your phone out. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think that I might can move something over here to the side. You know what? I tell you what, I'll be there. You just go ahead and hold that million to the side, and I know I told them, but let me call them and tell them that something came up and I can't make it over there. See, when we always talk about we can't make it there, because it's of a level of importance to us. If in your mindset $1 million will actually change your solutions, you'll say, I'm going to be there. But it's the key thing, guys. People in this company have earned that $1 million that you're looking for. The $1 million is literally sitting there. It's here for you right now. The income potential that you're talking about is sitting there right now for you. So just like your job, when you go to work and you don't see it to the end of the week, you have to go to work and know that it's coming. Know that the work that you're doing right now is going to yield those type of results. It's in that knowing that you will go to work each and every day, knowing that that income is going to be there. The same way you work every day and you know at the end of 2 weeks, because you don't get paid for that what you do today. You don't get paid even next week. It only takes you about 2 weeks to get paid for the work that you're doing today. So, but why would you show up? Why would you show up knowing it's going to take you 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes a month? If you're a school teacher, you get paid on a monthly basis at a federal job. Why would you still work a whole month knowing that you don't have any money today? Why? Because you've been conditioned in that process to understand that the money is coming. And I'm gonna condition you mentally to understand that your success is coming. But it's contingent upon how you look at it, how you view it. It's contingent upon what you put in place for you to win. All right? So I want you to put that down on your calendar, guys, those obstacles, and then you're going to cross out with solutions. All right? There's weekly meetings. Put that on your calendar. And then, of course, I want you to put on your calendar at least four wild parties a week. See, I say 4 because of this. If you're part-time, I want you to already act like this is a full-time, like a part-time business, a part-time job for you. You know how when you say I need some extra income and you go to work for if they got 5 days a week you got to work part-time, you show up how many days? 2? No. You might tell us that on the phone, but when I walk right by that pantry or that Kangaroo gas station or that 7-Eleven, we're going to be right behind the desk right there talking about something. So you want the coffee and the donuts. So don't act like, guys, when it comes to the job, you wouldn't show up, because you would, because that's how you're going to receive that extra income that you need. When it comes to this business, we must do the same thing. You must put it in your mind right now, guys, that you're going to show up for yourself, and you're going to show up for your family, and you're going to show up each and every day that you put on your calendar. Because this is the key thing. Let me write this down. Write this down. Understand this in this concept. If you're going to do at least 4, now at least 4, that's part-time. Because if you're full-time, you'll be doing several wild parties a week. Executive lunches, one-on-ones, all this other stuff. But let me help you understand why I say 4 a week. You guys do understand that amateurs, they start a business. Professionals, they launch one. And when you launch your business, you want to launch it with velocity. It's volume and velocity. Volume and velocity. When the space shuttle leaves, in order to break the Earth's gravity, in order to break what the Earth has held it to, you know what I'm saying, the laws of physics, the laws that man can't escape. You know what I'm saying, in order to break it, you can't just jump and break the laws of gravity. It takes power. It takes thrust. It takes so much energy, and it takes you exhausting everything that you have, right, to get yourself to break the Earth's orbit. And when you look at launching your business the same way, you have to put 90+% of your fuel into the launch aspect. That's why this month, 90+% of this thing right here is going to be how we're launching our 90-day game plan today, but how fast, how effectively, where our heart is, where our desires are, all the things that we want. We're going to launch that today. Now, when you do that, guys, and you say, I'm going to do at least 4. If you're full-time, you should say, I'm doing 5, maybe 6, even 7 a week. All right? Yeah, I'm going to take one day off here and there. The same way you take one day off, if your job required you to work 6 days a week, you would show up. I want you to show up the way you would show up for your boss. That's all I'm asking you. What would you do for your boss? And it's not even your business. It's his business. You're showing up at a business already, but you're showing up at your boss's business. If you can show up for your boss like that, then you can show up for yourself like that. So let's say you say 4 a week. All right? Some of you who say, I don't know what to do. How can I get myself off the ground? Well, let's put 4 events on the books this week. And when you put your 4 on the books, and you say that's 4 wild parties that I'm going to go to, at least 4, because once you do 4 a week, and we always tell people each one should yield at least 1,000 in volume. All right, just like we did a wild party yesterday. We did a wild party yesterday. All right, the young lady just on the wild party yesterday did $500 in sales. All right, and then from the people that joined the company, that's joining with her, there's like another 500. That literally you're like a 5 super. So now she's gonna put 500 back into buying more products, plus the fact that people have joined. So because she had a qualified event, 20, 10, 5, 1,000 is what we focus on. She had 20 people confirmed. No, out of 20 people, you're going to have about 10 people that joins. Out of 10 that joins, you're going to have about 5 people. I'm sorry, 10 people that shows up. I'm sorry, they're talking in the background. So 20 people confirmed, 10 people that show up. You're going to have 5 that are joined. So between joining and the volume that you're going to make from retail sales, that's going to give you like 1,000 in business volume. So that same money that she got that she's going to put back into creating more volume, plus the people that join, that's like 1,000 in business volume. All right? So you do 1,000. Let's say you're working in your organization and you only have to do one leg because you've been fortunate that your leadership team got busy and they got a team that they've been building on the side. So you only got one leg. That 1,000 will help you literally break director. If you got to do it twice, now you got 1,000 broken on one side. You say to yourself, I can do this out of one event. What if I did 4 of these events like this? So not only can you go director or you can break a director, but if you do 4 qualified events for the week, you got 4,000 in volume on one side. Now you understand why when I say at least 4, because you should be saying I'm going to do 5 qualified events every week. Because you do 5 qualified events every week. So I started you up at 4, so your mindset can understand I can do 4. But what's the executive director? 5,000. What if you say, you know what, as part-time, I'm going to do 5 wild parties a week. And you do 5, and each one yields 1,000 in volume. And now you have literally hit the executive director in that 1 week. Guys, that's why you want to focus on putting that down, because it's your own business. It's what you do. It's your own thing. And once you do that in that process, hold on a second, guys. You talking about getting my ticket. I don't know why he didn't come out earlier today. You got that ticket. Yeah. So you got that, brother? You good? All right, thanks so much. So anyway, so when you're doing that, right, we're doing a conference call real quick. Okay, so anyway, so you guys have that volume that you're going to do. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, sir. You're going to do that volume that you're going to create, that executive director volume this week. This week, we focus week to week. We're not going to say next month. When I ask you when you're going to hit your pen level, all I want you saying is this week. Every one of you on this call, every time I say, when are you hitting your next pen level? Don't tell me, you know what? What's your date? What's it? April 1st. Let me see. I think I'm going to get that record done by March 31st. I'm done by April or May 31st. I'm like, May. You know it was only like 1,000 in volume on the left and 1,000 on the right, because I want your mindset to go, that's all. That's simple. That's easy. See, the key thing about this is getting other people to see it the same way, because trust me, every time I do it, I see it as simple. The only reason why it doesn't get done past a certain level, because ED the first week, I came in the company with ED the first week because I said to myself, that's simple. So I'm going to get ED done, and I broke a director in the process of getting ED done, not really quite understanding everything about it, but got that done. And then I said, you know what, let me get regional done, because I don't want to show up to this next event and just be an ED after I've been in a few months. So I showed up, and I said, it's simple. Let me get that done. Like right now, guys, my legs have switched. My volume switched to the other side, so I got less volume on the other side than I've been. I'm still saying, you know what, let me get national done this week. I don't care what the numbers look like. I don't care what the volume look like. I'm a firm believer what you think about, you bring about, what you ask for, you shall receive. And because I got a whole team of dynamic entrepreneurs and business people on a call with me right now, between my personal organization and all the other ones that's providing inspiration to this whole process. Not only am I going to get it done, but we're going to have each and every one of you who believe going to get it done this week. You guys got that? All right, so that's going to be your next thing. Then, of course, guys, if you're going to be traveling, you put that on your calendar as well. So once it's there, then that's that. Then once it's locked in, guys, you know. Now, the thing is this. The next thing is after you do that calendar, you're going to be understanding, guys, this whole thing after that is focusing on your DMO, daily method of operation. All right? And while you're focusing on your DMO, you got to understand that you must communicate with your upline every day. Don't just say, I want my own boss, I do it on my own. No, communicate with your upline every day. They say when 2 or more gather in his name, that he shall be in the midst. So you want to understand that. You want to connect yourself, connect your energy, your spirit to your upline, to your organization, and you guys flow together. Because that communication process, guys, is basically when you're calling your senior business partner, it's like the law of honor, being the law of humility, being humble. Humility is simply recognizing that there's something that you don't have. And if you've been trying to do it one way and it hasn't worked, humble yourself. And let's see if it works by just following what I'm giving you guys right now. All right? So you're going to focus on your DMO, your daily method of operation. And because you already know that you have your recruiting goal, you have your income goal, you have your volume goal, you have your rank achievement goal, you have your reward goal, you say to yourself, well, how am I going to get these goals done? And I say to you, simple. Because if you're brand new, you're already in launch mode, and you don't have to do anything except launch your business by just putting the events on the books, the VGOs, and the wild parties, and letting your leadership do the meetings for you to help you launch your business while you do on-the-job training. All right, you got that? You got that? But after that has been done, now you're going to focus on your DMO, your daily method of operation. Now, the first, write this down really quick. I'm not going to cover it big, but I'm going to say these things to you. First of all, your DMO, your daily method of operations, every day you should be opening the doors to your business. Every single day you're opening the doors, you're checking your reports, you're checking your volume totals, checking your pay, your new members. Don't just go, well, I don't got nobody. No. There's no job that you go to that you don't go in and you don't go into the door and go to work. There's no business that you're going to operate that's a regular brick and mortar that you will now open the doors. And what you focus on expands. And many of you can't generate volume that day because in your mindset, man, it's just wasting my time. I don't got nobody in. So again, what you focus on expands. Because you don't got nobody, nothing's happening. Well, I hate this, man, this thing ain't working. I hate this process. The reason why you're hating it, the reason why you keep getting more of what you hate, because when you start to hate, you secretly conspire against that what you hate on an unconscious level. So therefore, you get more of what it is that you hate. So I recommend that you say to yourself, yawn, you stretch, and you say to yourself, let me open the doors to my store. The great thing is, guys, instead of it being the first thing you do is you get up and you start popping on social media, I recommend you get up and you pop in, you open the door to your store, you check your numbers, you anticipate growth, you anticipate this. You know how happy I was when I talked to Fadia, and Fadia said, Scott, listen, I started Friday with this much in volume. Man, I've never done that in so long. I've never had that much volume on a Friday. Thank you for the information that you've been giving me, because I was stretching her belief, I was stretching her mindset, stretching her organization, stretching her to give her insight on what she needed to do in order to be able to start to generate and start to have perpetual income, residual income. See, right now we have no perpetual income because we're not even perpetuating the thought process of even opening the doors to our stores. All right? So once you open the door to your store, number 2 is going to open your calendar so you can know your business every day. That's why you got your calendar open so you know everything you got going on. If it's updates, events, and new people coming on board and new wild parties, you're going to put that in there. Then, of course, number 3 is you're going to be checking with your group and checking with your team. It's like on a daily basis. You're going to be checking with the ones who are part of your organization. You're checking in with your WhatsApp group. I recommend all of you who are online right now, if you don't have WhatsApp, you download WhatsApp. I'm in a lot of people's WhatsApp groups. I'm always leaving voice notes. I'm always leaving positivity. I'm always leaving instructions. I'm saying, and we empower our team and keep everyone connected through those voice notes and stuff. All right? And then, of course, number 4 on your DMO is really touching bases with your focus group. So if you got about 3 to 5 people 10 people, 20, 30 people that you're connected to, that you're working with. And normally if you got a small group, you're only going to have about your focus 5. So I want you to focus on your focus 5 that you're talking with on a daily basis, or your focus 10, or your focus 30 that you have through your WhatsApp group, through your text and your emails, and your voice notes and things like that. All right? So you can relate daily updates to your team and daily updates to your group. Like, for instance, guys, those of you who know I'm in California, I have an event that I'm doing on the go to my Facebook page, Jason L. Scott. Or even on my Instagram page at Jason L. Scott #1ST. Aileen Galera, because we actually put together the Instagram for the team so everyone can know to go there on a daily basis for any updates. But you can go to Jason L. Scott first to my Facebook, to my Instagram, or Jason L. Scott through Facebook, and you'll see that I'll be in Los Angeles on the 5th. All right, and I'll be in Anaheim, California on Saturday and Sunday. And then, of course, on the 4th and 5th, I'll be in L.A. And then when I leave here, I'll be going back across, and I'll be posting the banner. Then I'm going to be doing a meeting on the 12th, which is my birthday. And I'll be doing a meeting on the 12th. I'm going to give away time for my family, for my grandkids, from everybody else to still keep sowing into the lives of other people, because we're on a mission right now. I'm on a mission to change my life and put my legacy in place for my family. So my birthday, I'll celebrate that as a reward goal later on with my family and my kids and stuff. All right, and I'll do that later on. But right now, I'm going to be doing that on the 12th, and that's going to be in the DMV area. All right, that's going to be like Manassas, Woodbridge, Virginia area. When I leave from there, I'm going to be doing a couple other wild parties in between, but I have another Super Saturday event that I'm going to be doing. It's on the 23rd. That's going to be there in Columbia, South Carolina. But even prior to that one, the 21st, is an event that I'm doing with the QC Squad. Larissa Barclay is going to be coming up. We're going to be hosting that event as we launch the QC Squad's Project 1000. Now, we're looking for 1,000 families that want to create 6 figures in 2016, guys. 100,000 families, 100,000 people free. 100,000 families earning an additional $1,000 a month of income every single month by 2016. That's our focus. That's what we're doing. That's where we're going at. We're not stopping. So that's why we have our focus groups that we're talking with, and we focus on the updates, and that's the update for you, so you can know, guys, when you start working with your team, you start hosting events and things like that so people can know where you're going at, all right? And, of course, after that, you start checking, like on our team site, on teamngd.com, I have what we call a BAM-FAM tracking form. The average person needs between 5 to 7 exposures before they join any company. And most people only just expose one time, and they'll get mad that the person said no. Now, they themselves may have said, I had to look, I studied, I researched, I did this for a long period of time, I had to get a result first, I had to check this, I had to lose some product, lose some weight first, and then when we start getting other people involved, we expect for them to join this first day. And when they don't, we get mad. All right? But the thing is this, guys, you got to recognize most people need 5 to 7 exposures. So our BAM-FAM tracking form allows you to book a meeting from a meeting. That's what BAM-FAM means. Book a meeting from a meeting. And you have that tracking form that you can utilize. All right? And, of course, after that, number 6 is now for your day with DMO. You start what we call Playfish or Period Activity Overview. Now, Playfish is a quick thing, so some people may not have the Period Activity Overview. Playfish, basically, write this down. Basically means P, how many phone calls you're going to make. You can keep a quick tab with your group. How many phone calls you're making today? How many leads are you getting today? How many appointments are you running today? That's A. P-L-A. How many follow-ups are you doing today? That's F. How many sales have you done today? I'm saying that's the S. All right, and that's sales, whether people joining or whether people are retail sales. How many hours have you worked today? That's a quick one that you can kind of do. But when it gets more defined for people that they start saying, well, sir, I still don't really know. I know we can do the Playfish, but sometimes I still forget. I notice they get leads and other things like that. But sometimes I get lost on how to get leads. Again, on teamngd.com, when you go into the resources, there's a place where you can actually go to, and you'll see where it says 30-day game plan and weekly activity overview. All right? So write this down. 30-day game plan, weekly activity overview, and then we're going to be done with this call. And this is going to be important. Let me check some people I have on the call. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on a second. Good stuff. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We got almost 40 people on the call right now and stuff, guys. That's good stuff. All right. So what we're going to do right now, guys, because I didn't post it online. It's just been just through the groups. And I'll post a replay online for anybody who wants to get it. All right. But this is what I want you to understand. I want you to write this down. You go to teamngd.com under the resources and documents and stuff, and you're going to look for where it says 30-day game plan and weekly activity overview. There are 2 different forms. Now, the 30-day game plan, let me tell you about that real quick, and then we're gonna be wrapping this thing up so you can understand. For those who say, I don't know what to do on a daily basis, easy. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do. First of all, at the first of this month, all of you who are working with me directly, all my frontline people, all the other leaders that I'm working with around that, all the other leaders that part of that hold me as their mentor, and they're part of the QC squad or FADIA out of Orlando, or different people that I've been working with and been giving some insight. They've been calling me, asking me different questions about what we got going on and how can I help them. Well, I'm going to hold you accountable. Because accountability is simply giving somebody permission to lead you in this process and hold you accountable. That's all it is. Give you accountability so that way when I check in and say, what's your numbers, what's going on, what you got, what's your activity. Because when we by ourselves and nobody's checking for us, guys, it's easy to go from networking to Netflixing. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go out and do the meeting before you know it. You didn't watch, you done started a series. You didn't even know the series was a series. You saw it on Netflix, and before you know it, you done watched the whole series in 3 or 4 or 5 days. You know what I'm saying? And each time one go off, you say, let me get my butt up and go to work. And before you know it, it gets late, and you say, you know what, I'll start tomorrow. And then soon tomorrow comes, you start getting that twinge in the back of your cerebellum. Yeah, I know words like that. That's why I said the cerebellum. That cerebral cortex starts itching. And you start saying, you know what, let me get online one more again and see just this one episode, and then I'm going to, before you know it, somebody calling you, and you start giving excuses. Well, I was about to go out, but, what you doing? Well, I just finished doing 55 phone calls. I called 55 people, and 55 people said this. I just got the phone calls and this meetings, I did some follow-ups, and you ain't doing not 1 0. You know how I know? Because part of our process is doing 3-way calls. And if you haven't done a 3-way at all with your leadership, I already know there's no way you can talk to 50 people and got not 1 3-way. It's impossible. All right, so don't give the Netflix, because as soon as you say that, I say, yeah, they Netflixing. All right, they Netflixing and chilling. All right, for those who know what that means right there. All right, so when you got your 30-day game plan, guys, and I'm going to run through this really quickly because it's really simple. You know what I'm saying? But the 30-day game plan, it basically gives you a chance to put, like, the person you're working with in your team. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing is this, guys, when you do it yourself, and then you can take a snapshot and you can send it on over to myself. If you're working directly with me, the ones that I'm working with personally, send it directly to your leadership. It's going to have like the snapshot, your IBO number. And if you're direct to me, all people who I work with directly, I have their login and their password. So I'm able to go through their information. And like Stormy, my sponsor has my login and password. I'm too big for her. I got this going on. My ego's in the way. My sponsor has my login and password. Matter of fact, she called me the other day and she's like, Jason, what's your login and password again? I didn't go, what for? What you got to look back there for? What you need to see? Organization, you already know, because it makes it easier for her to log in, see where I'm at, see what's going on with my volume at. She may want to place somebody someplace or whatever and stuff. You never know what your sponsor going to do. So if you want to be a secret agent and hold it all to yourself, then all good. You figure it out and work it out the best way you can, all right, and let the mistakes roll where the mistakes roll at. But I recommend that if you're working directly with your sponsor has your login and password, so they're able to get in there quickly, effectively, see where you are, see where your volume's at, so now they can say, let me add some volume to this person. Let me add some volume over here to help this person. Because even though you may have some things going on, it's you and your sponsor, because sometimes your sponsor is going to help make things happen that you may not see. Or your sponsor may decide they want to bless you and gift you and help you in this process and place people to your team so that you can hit your pen level. Because helping you hit your pen level, guys, is going to help your sponsor. You guys got that? And it helps the morale of the overall group. So you want to have your name, the IBO number, phone number, rank. That's on the 30-day game plan. All right? And then also, like your current snapshot, like in March. How many new members joined your organization in March? What was your rank qualification volume in March? How many personal people did you put on your left and your right side in March? All right. How many members you had at your last event in March? How many people did you have showing the plan, other than yourself? And how many people are on auto ship? Because auto ship is residual income. That's your current snapshot. Now we're talking about April. Your next 30-day snapshot, your average monthly income should be more than what your average monthly income was. It was right there in March. All right. So also your qualifying rank should be up above what you qualify for in March. So that's what you're going to do in your 30-day, your snapshot for your current snapshot for the next 30 days. Again, now you want to put how many new members you're looking to sponsor. What's your rank qualification volume? How many people you're looking to sponsor on your left and your right? How many new members at your next event? Guys, listen, every event that we have in the books, you got to get people there. If you go to yourself, you learn. You get your team there, you earn. You want to, but this company has become so explosive after the event that we had in New Orleans. Even though it wasn't a packed out event, but all those who went to the event are already breaking pin levels. People are going national. People are going regional. People are going executive director. People that we went from where it was 2 or 3 directors breaking in an entire month, 4 or 5. The last month, it was like 1 week was like 135 something directors in 1 week's time. That had never happened before. You guys come down. The momentum is picking up for the organization. And you're going to wait and not take this stuff serious, and your friends, your family, your cousins are going to be in the business, and you're going to be like, man, they're going to be somebody else's customer, somebody else in the business, and you're going to be upset. So you want to make sure that you get your people to the event to get all your people on fire. Also, when it comes to showing the plan, you got to understand this, guys. It's not about you showing the plan. You showing the plan by yourself, you got a job. When other people in your organization have committed to the process, now you have a business. All right, so it's about how many people you have showing a plan. And then, of course, how many people are on auto ship. And, of course, when you know you got auto ship, you already can anticipate every month the type of income, the volume that you're going to be making just from the auto ship itself. All right? All right, so now let's talk about what you're going to do on 30 days, guys. First of all, when it comes to prospecting, we have it lined out because based off, remember your calendar, faith, family, finances, now you got your hours that you're going to work. Nobody can tell you they can't do none of this stuff because they already put all their everything on their calendar. So now, how many samples are you going to give out per day? If you're looking at the 30-day game plan, you see it right here in front of you. If when you get there, you can fast forward to this part of the talk and you can go through it again. How many samples are you going to give out a day? So you put if you and your team, if you talk with your leadership, you say, you know what, I'm going to do 3 samples a day times 5 days because I'm going to work 5 days. That's 15 samples a week that 15 samples that I'm going to be giving out. So you say that I'm going to be doing that for the week. I'm sorry. Say I'm going to do, how many samples do I per day? I'm going to do 30 samples a day. All right, 3 samples a day for 5 days, and then over the course of 4 weeks, that equals how much? So you know that's for the entire month because if you're going to do 4 weeks of that, that's what it's going to be. Same thing when it comes to how many outbound call invites per day. You say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to at least call 10 people every single day to invite them to a wild party, to invite them to look at the call, to invite whatever you're going to do, 5, 10, you're part-time, you feel I don't got no time. But if you say I'm going to do this many calls, you put it down, I'm going to do it this many days, all right, and when you do it this many days, by the time you do it for the month, this is how many you're looking to be able to do, all right? Same thing, how many social media email invites I'm looking to do per day. Again, so now you can use this and say, okay, let me go through here and start looking for people on social media. How many cold market tools did you give out this week? You know what I'm saying? Whether they were like little cards, whether they were samples, whether they were successful home magazines. How many tools have you given out that you're going to give out every week? And you put that there as well. You got that? Now, once you go from your tools, you say, now it goes from prospecting to showing a plan. Now it says, how many one-on-ones per day are you going to do? One-on-ones times that many days equals this. How many personal guests are you going to have on recruiting calls every week when it comes to showing a plan? Then you put that on there. How many wild parties per week? So you say, I'm going to do 4 wild parties or 5 wild parties, you know what I'm saying, a week times, you know what I'm saying, like 4 weeks is going to give you the number of wild parties that you're supposed to be having. How many executive lunches? So guys, people don't recognize executive lunch is nothing but a wild party that you do in the daytime. And you might do it at a restaurant someplace in a back room. I do those a lot. Matter of fact, I've done several wild parties, executive lunches in Charlotte, North Carolina. There's a place called Dresslers. We should go to Dresslers, and even though they have their overall big count, what they have that they they have that they feed people with, the menu. I will always say, okay, just put 5 things that people can get, a sandwich, soup, certain things they will put on there. And they put those things on the menu, and once they put them on the menu, now I'm able to, when people come in, they come in right at noon or whatever time we have for the event, and once they get in, they get a chance to check off what they want. They send that off to the people. We start the wild party because we got it set up the same way. We got tea and everything set up around, so people come in and they drinking tea. They can drink the tea along with their food instead of whatever. When they say, what am I going to have to drink? You're going to have some tea to drink. That's what you're going to have. All right, and you got the same thing set up the same way. But now what we do with executives, there's executives that may be too busy and they don't get out in the evening time. They can get out in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? Some people who may feel they're too busy. But when the income or the activity dictates they pay more attention later, they'll pay more attention. But a lot of them will get started in the daytime coming to executive lunch. I sponsor many pastors, many executives, many CEOs, many entrepreneurs during the daytime at those executive lunches. All right? And there's something that I may do a couple of times a week, different parts of the city. All right? Or if I go into a city, I always like to do it with somebody. Also, how many guests are you going to bring to the wild party each week? And then you make it. So all of these guys, you got to, first of all, you write the vision and you got to make it plain. So when you write the vision and you have it written down, now you can think to yourself, all these things are things I need to be focusing on. Then, of course, after showing the plan, follow-ups. How many downline 3-ways you're going to be doing per day? How many upline 3-ways you're going to be doing per day? All right? Then, of course, it has the same thing. But when it comes to retail sales goals, how many packs of ice or tea are you going to retail each week? And we can retail anything, but this just gives you a basis. They say, I'm going to do this many packs, time this many weeks. It's going to give me this much profit in retail for the month. You got to make retail a goal for you. All right, and then, of course, how much inventory do you have on hand? You know what I'm saying? Like for products and DVDs and newspaper brochures, whatever we have going on, the business planners, flip charts. All the things that you guys have that you have that you can start to sell your people and make sure your people have, how much of that you have on things. And when you purchase it, the date, all these things, guys, help you to be able to keep their business not on the top of your head, but now you have it on paper. That's the 30-day game plan. Now, as I wrap that up, let me kind of just spend a minute to help you understand how you break that down on a weekly basis. So the weekly activity overview gives you a chance, guys, that each thing that you have done, that you wrote down, that you said you're going to do on the 30 days, now on a daily basis. All right, remember I told you earlier, young lady from Team Legacy and Sonia's group and the QC squad, I said, get on this call. Now, I told you, so what do I do on a daily basis? Remember how you said that you were going to do 3 samples a day? Now it shows you every day. Let's say today is what's today? Wednesday? What's today? What the heck is today anyway? Let me see on my phone. Today's Friday. Oh, you guys know I'm just frail and lost. So today is Friday, all right? First of the work week. Yeah, it's Friday. First of the work week, my bad. All right, so it's Friday, first of the work week. So if you know today is Friday and that actually the weekly activity overview starts today on Friday, how many samples did you say that you're going to be committed to for 30 days? So you say you're going to do 3 samples? Then how many, at the end of the day, you should be updating everything. Every week at the end of the day, you should be checking it out. Or if you did your 3, you put your 3 in there. Then you say, okay, great. Now that I got make some samples, and the way you do samples is this, guys. You don't have to say, let me go find some time to go prospect. Just do what I call lifestyling. I want you to put that part, what you do in your lifestyle. You got to go pay bills. Sample people like paying bills. Got to get some gas. Go do that. Just instead of going to the same ones you always go to another one. Instead of going to Walmart for certain things, go to Target. So they're going to Target, you got to get some clothes, they're going to the mall, go over this place. Go to different places you normally don't go. I promise. Do that today. Promise me today that you're going to switch the routine up. Go places that you normally don't go. Burlington Coat Factories, all these other places you're going to do it just because you're going to say, I got to get this thing anyway. Let me go over here and just use it because where you're supposed to be is where you're supposed to be. And when you get there, even though it's going to be something that's going to be at the top of your head, it's going to say, let me just stop there. You're going to get there, and I promise you, you're going to find the right people that's supposed to be there. All right? So you're going to do samples. How many samples are you going to do today? How many outbound call invites? Then you say, okay, let me switch my focus to social media. We focus the cold market tools that I need to go give out samples and give some people some cards and maybe put a few cards in some businesses and things like that. All right, 3-way calls. How many upline calls you did? How many downline calls you did? How many people signed up from the upline or downline calls that you did to your organization? Now, when it comes to showing a plan or sharing a plan, how many one-on-ones did you schedule? When you remember you're making the phone calls, your phone calls to schedule one-on-ones, sit-downs, two-on-ones, which organization, wild parties. So now you're saying, how many people am I meeting with today on Friday? How many recruiting calls that I'm going to do today? How many wild parties? How many launch calls? How many executive lunches that I'm doing today? How many guests that I'm having at an open wild party today? How much did I do in retail? How much did I do in Fast Start today? How many good people joined the business today? And what's your total profit? If I say new members, how many personal people did you sponsor today? Enroll a tree, how many people in your team? Write this down, guys. Every single day, I want you and your organization to talk about this. This is what your terminology is. How many times are you showing the plan, and how many people joining your team? Because that's going to keep you forward focused. When I call you and I say, how many times you showing the plan today? And you just have the number already written down, not trying to figure it out and give me a lie. Just give me the real. I'm sorry, I don't got anything planned, but I'm going to find somebody. I'm going to put 2 on the books. But just have it. How many times you going to show the plan? So that way, if you say to yourself, I'm going to show the plan 2 times, the universe is going to go to work that 2 people have to show up for you. How many people you're going to, once you kind of put that out the gut, it's going to go to work exactly the way you need to. You guys got that? And how many people joining your group? Again, you're anticipating growth in your team, in your organization. So now you're able to check with your people, and they're telling you, we put 3 people in, we put 2 people in, we put 4 people in, and now you're speaking, you're forward thinking, you're creating momentum through your group. All right? And then, of course, as you start to wrap that up, guys, it gives you everything you're going to need. How many people join your dual team? How many enroll a tree? Like how many packs came in with 10 packs today? How many people came with 25 packs today? The multi-packs today. You know what I'm saying? Because now when that happens, you see the volume that starts to accrue that day on that Friday. So now as I wrap it up, let me help you understand how this works. Once you say on a daily basis, these are the things you're going to go through, and you work with your team on accountability, and I call you at the end of the week and we talk, or I say, you say, Mr. Scott, I just don't know what to do. Something ain't working right. And I said, well, okay, well, do me a favor. Shoot me your weekly activity overview. If I see zeros on everything, when you sent me your 30-day game plan, 30 game plan said 3, 5, 8, 7, 2, 1, but everything is 0, normally, even before you send it to me, as soon as I say give me a weekly activity overview and you look at it, you're going to say, man. When you put the zeros in yourself, you yourself is going to say, man, that's the reason why I don't have anything going on. But, guys, I want you to spend that time. I know I gave you a lot of information. This call is going to be on my site. It's going to be actually on the site that you can actually get the audio from teamngd.com. Ms. Galera will be uploading that here sometime today, but also I'm going to post it here in a minute. So Ms. Galera, get it to me immediately so I can post it onto the team line, onto my site, and then all you guys can you can tag your team members and tag other people that you feel may feel this information is beneficial. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me open this phone line real quick. Give me a second.
All callers are unmuted. All callers are muted and may unmute themselves by pressing *6.
Hey, do I have any lead on the line? I don't care if you're a director, if you're an executive director, if you just got started, I don't care if you're in the organization, because everybody on this call right now, we're all one team, one dream, 100,000 families. Anybody have any comments, statements about the information I just shared just now? What you like best about the call?
Mr. Scott, of course, it's Aileen, sir. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Ms. Galera. Listen, I need to make sure other of you guys have your phone unmuted. When she finishes, I can hear from several of you guys jumping at the same time, because we're going to end the call with about 2 or 3 people. Take it away, Ms. Galera.
Thank you very much, sir. See, just shows you how truly you are a true leader, truly caring, our success here in the team, because if you could be resting right there right now on the way to LA, sleeping in, but you're not. You're still thinking about us. This is incredible. Thank you for what you do. And for this very, very basic, that you'll bring us back to very simple on our daily method of operations, because this is all what we have to do. It's incredible, and it's so simple, but it's very, very powerful. So thank you very much, Mr. Scott, for this great start for the week. And I turn the call back to you.
Good stuff, Ms. Galera. So make sure you get the calendar filled out, and then text me the because I'm saying that even though you guys name it is already done, she already got it to me because my the leaders that I personally work with, they always send it to me the day prior so I can know their calendar. But anyway, I'm going to say it so people hear the same thing. So go ahead and take the screenshot of your calendar, send it on over to me and stuff of what you got going on for the month already, and definitely send me your 30-day game plan and your weekly activity overview. So we'll be checking base with that at the end of this week and throughout the week for your weekly activity overview. Appreciate that, young lady. Anybody else that won't have any comments, statements that they want to share before we end the call today? Press star 6.
Mr. Jason L. Scott.
Who is that? Fade Thompson?
This is Lisa Lett Williams.
Oh, Lisa Lett. Okay, what's going to sound like Fade just now? What's going, Miss young lady? Come on, Chica. Give it to Chica.
I just want to say thank you so much for your leadership. You have no idea how much it means to myself, the QC squad, royalty. The fact that, we're not even in the organization that you're pouring into us it's priceless. And the breakdown that you gave us tonight is just phenomenal because this is the exact thing that I wanted to go over with the team today, and you just helped me out so much, and it gave me clarity. So now I even know how to structure my day better and my month, my week. So thank you so much for just being you.
Thank you so much, Flint. I appreciate you, Chica. You already know we one team, one dream. QC Squad is in effect right now. We got that new banner. We just about to post all of us on it. It looks hot, girl. We look good on that banner. Who else have any last comments?
Hey, Mr. Scott.
Who was that?
Mr. Scott, Divine Covington.
Yes, Ms. Covington. Take it away, young lady.
Thank you. I just want to piggyback off of what the young lady just said. I appreciate you for pouring into myself and my team. Although we're not, in your direct organization, it just speaks a lot about you. You even open up your, the will to pour into us. And everything that you said on the call today is definitely useful, and I'm definitely looking forward to working more with you. And I just appreciate you adopting me into your organization.
No doubt, Ms. Covington. I appreciate you as well, young lady. We know down that way in Miami is wide open for everybody, and I'm all about just expanding the knowledge and the wisdom and the growth of every organizational person that we can work together. Thank you so much. Anybody else has any last minute before we finish? Good
Mr.
stuff, guys.
Scott,
who was that?
Mr. Scott, this is Dion Smith. How are you?
I'm doing incredible, Ms. Smith. We'll take you last, and then we're in the call for the day. I appreciate you. Take it away, Ms. Smith.
All right, just like everybody else, thank you so much for pouring into us. We were sitting here trying to figure out what our activities need to be and to help boost and encourage our team. So you just laying it out and always being there to help us and answer those questions, we greatly appreciate you and can't wait to see you here April 21st.
Good stuff, young lady. You already know, man. It's about to go down. We're about to get it going on. I can't wait to get some magic, make some magic happen, guys. I got a lot of activity, a lot of events going on. We're looking to knock out National this week. I'm looking for many of you guys to knock out Executive Director. Listen, this is the key thing as I wrap this up. All I want you to focus on is this week. It's getting done this week. You got to say yes. You got to say what is done. You got to believe it. I don't care about what happened before, what has happened, what you've seen happening. None of that stuff matters to me. It never matters to me in my mind. My numbers, if I say, okay, what do I have going on that says that I'm director right now? It's in my mind. It's wrapped up. I don't care what I see. I don't care what I see on paper. The universe works for me all the time, guys. Listen, and for me, it's just about going for it. You think I'm going to be mad if I go for it and going for national? You may miss national, but you re-qualify as regional. You earn an extra $3,000-$4,000 for the week because you went for it. I do know one thing: you go for nothing, you're going to get nothing. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys who logged on to this Power Talk, guys. Always remember, given the sum total of all your decisions, you cannot change who you are, but given new life, new vision, new unity, you can change who you become. So make sure you hit me up on my Facebook. Make sure you go ahead and show me some love. Make sure you let people know this Power Talk was on and effective, and when I post it, make sure you go to that post and tag your people inside of it, guys, because you need people listening to this call, this information. Let's all just become. I love each and every one of you. You guys have a great one. Good night.
All callers are muted. All callers are unmuted.
Great call.
Great call. Thank you.
Super call.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Phenomenal.